Hi. So, in the last class we have discussed about the various methods of preparation of alcohols, that is from alkenes and from carbonyl compounds. In the last class, so from alkenes we have discussed the two reactions. One is hydroboration and oxidation reaction, and another one is hydration of alkenes in presence of mineral acids. So, the next one is from carbonyl compounds. From carbonyl compounds also we have discussed the preparation of alcohols from carbonyl compounds using Grignard reagents. So, in today's class also by using carbonyl compounds, but the reaction is different, that is reduction. So, we have know that the reduction and oxidation in first PU. Anyhow, we will revise once the simple definitions. The reduction means, what do you mean by reduction? Reduction is the addition of hydrogen or addition of electropositive element or removal of hydrogen or removal of electronegative element, or in terms of electronic concept, that is reduction means gain of electrons. Just we used a code word or a simple word to remember the reduction, that is RIG, R-I-G. Reduction is gain of electrons. In the same way, oxidation is addition of oxygen or addition of electronegative element or removal of hydrogen or removal of electropositive element. In terms of electronic concept, oxidation is nothing but loss of electrons. Again, oxidation number method concept also we can define, that is the reduction is decrease in the oxidation number and oxidation means increase in the oxidation number during a reaction. So, in organic chemistry these two words reduction and oxidation words are very important. So, here by using the reduction of carbonyl compounds, we can able to synthesize various alcohols. Let us see, we in the reducing agents what we have studied in the first PO is, the first one is the hydrogen gas is passed over any substrate in presence of platinum, palladium, raney nickel or any metal catalyst, that is catalytical hydrogenation. So, here the reducing agents may be LaH, that is lithium aluminum hydride or sodium borohydride or sodium in ethanol or hydrogen palladium or platinum or raney nickel as a catalyst. So, reduction of carbonyl compounds gives various alcohols. The reducing agents what we can use for reduction of carbonyl compounds is LaH, that is lithium aluminum hydride. The molecular formula is LiAlH4. Sodium borohydride, these two are complex hydrides. Or sodium in ethanol or hydrogen gas is passed over a substrate in presence of platinum, palladium or raney nickel as a catalyst. We can use any of these reducing agents for the reduction of carbonyl compounds. Let us see. So, consider an example, acetaldehyde. The IUPAC name of this compound is ethanal, E-T-H-A-N-A-L, ethanol. If you use any of the reducing agents, you can use anything, it will convert. See here. Here we not removed the oxygen, we are added the hydrogen. See, one to this pi bond, one hydrogen is added to this oxygen atom and another hydrogen is added to this carbon atom. So, two hydrogens are added, that becomes the ethanol. So, reduction of aldehyde, acetaldehyde in presence of reducing agents gives ethanol, ethyl alcohol. The next one is acetone, that is propanone. The IUPAC name of acetone is propanone. Here see, the one hydrogen is added to this oxygen atom and another hydrogen atom is added to this carbon atom. See, one hydrogen to this oxygen atom and one hydrogen is added to this carbon atom. So, this is isopropyl alcohol. The nature is secondary in nature because the hydroxyl group is attached to the carbon atom attached to two alkyl groups, that is methyl group and one hydrogen atom, gives isopropyl alcohol which is secondary in nature. The next example here, the carboxylic acid. Carboxylic acid also contain the carbonyl group. Here the example is acetic acid. The IUPAC name for this compound is ethanoic acid. For the reduction of the carboxylic acid and esters, we have to use strong reducing agents like lithium aluminum hydride because it requires more number of hydrogen atoms. So LAH, lithium aluminum hydride or sodium borate reduction takes place via hydrides, by the addition of hydrides. Here 4 hydrides are added to this acetic acid to form ethanol, and the byproduct is H2. Here 2 hydrogens removes this oxygen atom and 2 hydrogens are added to this carbon atom to form ethanol. And this is as ester. This is an example of ester. This is ethyl acetate. Ethyl acetate. The IUPAC name is ethyl ethanoate. Ethyl acetate upon reduction with LAH, lithium aluminum hydride, it forms 2 molecules of ethanol. So the reduction, the cleavage between this can be studied in the reactions of esters. So the cleavage takes place between the carbonyl carbon and this oxygen atom to form the ethanol. 2 molecules of ethanol is formed. This is how we can able to prepare the alcohols from the carbonyl compounds. Reduction of acetaldehyde by using reducing agent gives ethanol. Acetone gives isopropyl alcohol. Acetic acid gives ethanol. Ethyl acetate also gives ethanol. So this is the preparation of alcohols from reduction of carbonyl compounds. Next method of preparation of alcohols is from haloalkanes. As we studied in the first chapter of haloalkanes, in the chemical properties of haloalkanes upon reacting with aqueous alkali. Aqueous alkali, it may be sodium hydroxide or potassium hydroxide, or even we can use moist silver hydroxide. By treating alkyl halide with aqueous sodium hydroxide forms alcohol. It is an example for nucleophilic substitution reaction. The simple example is, as we studied, ethyl bromide. This is aqueous sodium hydroxide. The nucleophile is OH minus. The nucleophile, that is hydroxide, attacks this carbon and bromide leaves out to form sodium bromide and ethanol is formed. Hi, my dear students, subscribe our channel Vaishaleshwara PU College and press the bell icon for more updates. So thank you. So the next topic in the alcohols chapter is the physical properties of alcohols. See, the first physical property is physical state. So physical states, the lower members of alcohols at room temperature are colorless liquids with a characteristic smell, and the alcohols which have carbon atoms greater than carbon 12 have waxy solids. See, that is physical state. Lower members of alcohols are colorless liquids with a characteristic smell. The first 3 members have fruity odor and they have each member of alcohol have characteristic smell. The next important point is associated nature of alcohols. We know that association means one molecule is attached to the another molecule by means of some forces. Here the alcohols have associated nature because of the polar group of OH, polar nature of OH. See, we know that a type of covalent bond called as hydrogen bonding. This hydrogen bonding is responsible for the associated nature of alcohols. What is hydrogen bond? So the hydrogen bond we have studied in the first PUC, that is, it is a type of covalent bond in which the electrostatic force of attraction between the hydrogen atom of one molecule with electronegative atom of the another molecule, giving rise to a force of attraction called as hydrogen bonding. Here see, this is alcohol OH. We know that oxygen is second most electronegative element in the periodic table. It withdraws these bonded pair of electrons more towards itself, attaining partial negative, and the hydrogen becomes partial positive. In the same way, here also this is partial negative, here this is partial positive. In this molecule also it is partial negative, this is partial positive. See, hydrogen bond is electrostatic force of attraction between the hydrogen atom of this molecule and the oxygen atom of the another molecule makes these two molecules get associated by means of hydrogen bonding. In the same way, between this molecule and this molecule, there is a formation of hydrogen bonding between the molecules. So, the associated nature of the alcohols is due to the formation of intermolecular hydrogen bonding between the molecules. See, why it is intermolecular? Inter means between. Inter means between. This is one molecule and this is one more molecule. This is another molecule of alcohol. Between these two molecules there is a hydrogen bonding. Therefore, intermolecular hydrogen bonding is responsible for the association of alcohols. See, the next point is boiling point. The next point is boiling point. Boiling point of alcohols are generally greater than the corresponding molecular masses of hydrocarbons and ethers. See an example here. So, this is ethyl alcohol, this is DME means dimethyl ether, and propane. It is having almost all these three compounds having similar molecular masses. See, the boiling point of ethyl alcohol is in degrees Celsius, it is 78 degrees Celsius. If it is in Kelvin, it is 351 Kelvin. We know that to convert the Kelvin into degrees Celsius, we have to minus 350, we have to minus the temperature. 351 minus 273, that is 351 minus 273 gives 78 degrees. Okay, in the same way, see, this is not an important to remember these boiling points, but if you remember the boiling point of alcohol, ethanol is 78 degrees, that is more than enough. So, but we should keep in mind that alcohols have higher boiling point than corresponding ethers and corresponding alkenes. See, here ethyl alcohol is having a boiling point of 78 degrees Celsius, here it is minus 25 degrees Celsius, here still minus 42 degrees Celsius. This is because the ethyl alcohol is having higher boiling point because of intermolecular hydrogen bonding. Okay, the next point is, see, as the branching increases, the boiling point decreases. As the branching increases, boiling point decreases. This is very important. From the exam point of view, they ask why, and in competitive exams they give some alcohols, arrange these alcohols in the increasing order of their boiling point or decreasing order of boiling point. See here, so this is a normal butanol, butane 1-ol, this is butane 1-ol, and this is butane 2-ol, and this is tertiary butanol or tertiary butyl alcohol or 2-methyl propane 2-ol. In common name, this is tertiary butyl alcohol, this is butane 2-ol, and this is butane 1-ol. See, here the butane 1-ol is having a boiling point of around 391 Kelvin, here it is 373 Kelvin, and here you can see it is 356 Kelvin. So, the boiling point decreases from butane 1-ol to butane 2-ol. See, it is primary alcohol and it is secondary alcohol and it is tertiary alcohol. So, from primary to tertiary, when we compare the boiling point of primary, secondary and tertiary alcohols, the boiling point of primary alcohols is greater than secondary alcohol and secondary alcohol is greater than tertiary alcohol. This is due to the decrease in van der Waals forces. Decrease in van der Waals forces. We know that van der Waals forces are weakest forces in the nature. So in normal or in the linear fashion, the surface area is more. As the surface area is more, van der Waals forces is also more. As the branching occurs, the surface area decreases, thereby decreasing the van der Waals forces. In here, if you see the tertiary butanol, branching is more, therefore surface area is less, therefore van der Waals forces is also less, therefore the boiling point of alcohol is also less. See, that means branching increases means surface area decreases, thereby decreasing the van der Waals forces and thereby decreasing the boiling point. So this is important, and these two concepts are very important from the exam point of view. And alcohols in 1 marks also, in the PU board exams also, 1 marks question, why alcohols have higher boiling point than corresponding alkanes or corresponding ethers? The answer is very simple, that is, in alcohols there is an intermolecular hydrogen bonding. Okay. Then the last point is the solubility. So alcohols are soluble in water. Which alcohols? That is, lower members of alcohols are get soluble in water due to the formation of again hydrogen bonding. So in simple way, the organic compounds which can capable of forming hydrogen bonding with water get soluble in water. So the lower member of alcohols are soluble in water because of the formation of hydrogen bonding. As the carbon chain increases, the solubility decreases. As the carbon chain increases, the solubility decreases, as because of increase in carbon chain increases the lipophilic character, thereby decreasing the solubility. In simple way, lower members of alcohols are soluble in water due to the formation of hydrogen bonding with water molecules, but higher members of alcohols are not soluble because they cannot capable of forming hydrogen bonding with water due to the increase in the carbon chain. Increase in carbon chain increases the lipophilic character, that means hydrophobic. That means what? Hydrophobic. Therefore, increase in the carbon chain decreases the solubility. Here for an example, see, ethanol, octanol and decanol. When we compare among these three alcohols, one is ethanol, one is normal octanol, and last one is normal decanol. Among these three compounds, which one is highly soluble in water? Means the ethyl alcohol is highly soluble in water. Octanol next, decanol next. Why? Means the octanol is having around carbon number of 8. Decanol is having a carbon number of 10. Therefore, as the carbon chain increases, the solubility decreases. Understood? The next topic is chemical properties of alcohols. Alcohols are versatile compounds, that is, they behave both as a nucleophile and electrophile depending on the conditions. Let's see. When the alcohol behaves as a nucleophile and when the alcohol behaves as an electrophile. We know that electrophiles are electron deficient species and nucleophiles are the electron rich species. In a simple way, nucleo means nucleus, phile means loving. These are the species which loves the nucleus. So because nucleus is positively charged and nucleophiles are electron rich molecules, electron rich means negatively charged species loves the nucleus which is positively charged. In the same way, the electrophiles are electron deficient species which loves the electron rich centers. Therefore, they are called as electrophiles. So here Alcohols behaves both as a nucleophile and electrophile. Nucleophile means they act as a Lewis bases. We have studied in the first PUC that acids and bases are defined in a different ways. Arrhenius concept, Bronsted-Lowry concept, Lewis acids base concept, etc. So, what are Lewis bases means? These are the species which can capable of donating an electron pair. Electron pair. Electron pair donors are called as Lewis bases. Electron pair acceptors are called as Lewis acids. So, here alcohols behave as a nucleophile, that is Lewis base, because of the presence of two lone pair of electrons on the oxygen atom of the hydroxyl group. See, this is nucleophilic in nature. The lone pair of electrons on the oxygen atom behaves as a nucleophile and attacks on any electron deficient species. Here I am representing the carbocation. See, this attacks on this carbocation to form an intermediate. Here the oxygen atom is bonded to this carbon atom and the R group and the hydrogen. Therefore, the charge is in the positive charge. In the next step, there is a loss of proton takes place to form a product. This is just an example to show how the alcohols behaves as a nucleophile. See, next is alcohols behaves as a electrophile. When the alcohol behaves as an electrophile means when the alcohol gets protonated by an acids like HCl sulfuric acid or mineral acids like HCl, etc. So, at that time the alcohol behaves as an electrophile. See here. So, protonated alcohol acts as an electrophile. That means they act as a Bronsted acids. So, this is an example. See here. This is RCH2OH and here H plus given by any mineral acid. So, here in the first step usually nucleophilic attack takes place to form protonated alcohol. This is protonated alcohol. Now, this hydroxyl group upon attacking on this H plus ion, that is proton, it will be converted into OH2. There is a positive charge on this oxygen atom. So, hydroxyl group is a bad leaving group. After the protonation of this hydroxyl group, this OH group is converted into a good leaving group. Therefore, the nucleophile attacks this electrophilic carbon and the OH2, that is H2O, leaves. This protonated alcohol acts as an electrophile. Hi, dear students, subscribe our channel Vaisaleshwara PU College Arsikere and press the bell icon for more updates. Thank you. In the last class, we have discussed about the chemical properties of alcohols. Alcohols behaves both as a nucleophile as well as the electrophile. So, the nucleophilic character of alcohol is due to the presence of lone pair of electrons on the oxygen atom, and the protonated alcohols acts as a electrophiles. So, depending on this chemical aspect, the chemical properties of alcohols are classified into three types. That is the reactions due to the cleavage. Cleavage means breaking up of a bond between the oxygen atom and the hydrogen atom. That means the bond present between the oxygen and hydrogen atom, if it breaks, the chemical properties obtained are because of the cleavage of oxygen and hydrogen bond. So, the next is reaction due to cleavage of the bond present between the carbon atom and the hydroxyl group. Carbon atom and the hydroxyl group. See, if the bond breaks, this bond breaks, gives cleavage of carbon oxygen hydroxy bond. And the next type is reaction due to both the presence of alkyl group and the hydroxyl group. We are classifying to make it easy for understanding purpose. So, the first one is reaction due to cleavage of the bond present between the oxygen atom and the hydrogen atom, and the second type is the cleavage of bond between the carbon atom and the hydroxyl group, and third type is reaction due to the both the presence of alkyl group and the hydroxyl group. See, the first reaction due to the cleavage of the bond between oxygen atom and the hydrogen atom, we are studying the reaction of alcohol with active metals. So, the active metals are sodium, potassium, magnesium, aluminum, etc. So, if these metals reacts with alcohols, form respective metal alkoxides, liberates hydrogen gas. See, this is a general reaction. This is alcohol and this is an active metal. It may be monovalent or it may be divalent. So, or even trivalent also. So, here it forms, this is metal and this is alkoxide, liberating hydrogen gas. Let us see how this reaction takes place. The mechanism is not required for any exam point of view, but just for understand how the reaction takes place. See here, this is an alcohol, this bond is breaking because of the polar nature of the hydroxyl group, giving H plus. What it is giving? It is giving what? H plus. See, we know that sodium metal is an highly electropositive metal which gives off one electron, forms sodium cation and one electron. This is for one molecule. I just make it for two molecules. See here, two molecules of alcohol forms two molecules of, this is alkoxide. What is it is? This is alkoxide, liberating 2H plus. And here same way, here for one sodium atom, here I am writing for two sodium atom, it converts into 2 Na plus, liberating 2 electrons, and one H plus ion gain 1 electron and convert into hydrogen atom, and similarly another proton, that is H plus, gain 1 electron and convert into hydrogen atom. These two hydrogen atoms have contain 1 electron, get bonded together to form hydrogen gas. Understood? See, here this is the general reaction. Consider an example. This is methanol. This is what? Methanol. Two molecules of methanol reacts with sodium metal, form sodium methoxide, liberating hydrogen gas. Liberating hydrogen gas. In the same way, ethanol reacts with sodium metal to form sodium ethoxide, liberating hydrogen gas. If propanol reacts with sodium metal, forms sodium propoxide. If tertiary butyl alcohol reacts with aluminum metal, forms aluminum butoxide, tertiary aluminum butoxide, liberating hydrogen gas. If any alcohol reacts with active metals, form respective metal alkoxides, liberating hydrogen gas. This reaction shows that alcohols are acidic in nature. Alcohols are acidic in nature. We know that acidic means the substance should give off the proton. Give off the proton. Yesterday itself I discussed that alcohols acts as a electrophiles. Alcohol acts as a Bronsted acids. Alcohol acts as a Bronsted acids. Bronsted acids are the substances which gives off the proton. Yes, so alcohols are acidic in nature. Here you can see that the alcohol is giving off the H plus. Okay, let us discuss the acidic nature of alcohol. Alcohols are acidic in nature. The acidic character of alcohols is due to the presence of the polar hydroxyl group. We know that oxygen atom is electronegative, more electronegative than the hydrogen atom. The shared pair of electrons present between the oxygen atom and the hydrogen atom is present more towards the oxygen atom. Therefore, the H plus can be easily removed, or H plus can be easily given off by the substrate. And alcohols are weak acids. Alcohols are weak acids. They are weaker than water molecules. Let us see afterwards how it is weaker than water molecule. Here this is an alcohol. Alcohol, after giving a proton, it forms an alkoxide ion. It forms an alkoxide ion. This alkoxide ion is unstable. This alkoxide ion is unstable. Why it is unstable means the R group means alkyl group, which is an electron donating group, which decreases the polarity of hydroxyl group. See here, the R group, alkyl group is an electron donating group, which decreases the polarity, polarity of hydroxyl group. If hydroxyl group is highly polar means the H plus can be easily removed or easily given off. If the hydroxyl group is less polar means the acidic character is also less. The acidic character of alcohols is less because of the attachment of the alkyl group, because alkyl group is an electron donating group which decreases the polarity of hydroxyl group. At the same time, after giving off the H plus ion, the formed alkoxide ion is unstable because the negative charge on the oxygen atom is destabilized by the alkyl group. Again, alkyl group exhibits positive inductive effect or electron donating effect, which destabilizes the alkoxide ion. Therefore, it is unstable. Alcohols are weaker acids than water molecule, or weak acids because of two reasons. One is decrease in polarity because of the R group, and second reason is the alkoxide ion is destabilized by the electron donating effect of the R groups. Okay. Let us see the effect of alkyl groups on various alcohol. See, this is primary alcohol, this is secondary alcohol, and this is tertiary alcohol. See, in the primary alcohol, the hydroxyl group is attached to the one carbon atom which is containing one R group and two hydrogens. Secondary, two methyl groups, here three methyl groups. Here one alkyl group is present, therefore it is destabilizes the alkoxide ion lesser when compared to secondary alcohol. Secondary alcohol destabilizes the alkoxide ion lesser when compared to the tertiary alcohol. Let us see how. Therefore, primary alcohol is greater than secondary alcohol is greater than tertiary alcohol. In a simple way, if higher the alkyl groups are attached to the carbon atom attached to hydroxyl group, weaker is the acid. How means? Here one methyl group destabilizes the alkoxide ion, the destability is less. Here two methyl group destabilizes more compared to the primary alcohol. Then here 1, 2, 3, all these three methyl groups are electron donating groups which destabilizes more compared to secondary. Therefore, primary alcohol is more acidic than secondary alcohol is more acidic compared to tertiary alcohol. If alkyl groups are more, acidic character is less. The next is alcohols are weaker acids than water. Consider an reaction. Alkoxide reacts with water molecule. Alkoxide reacts with water molecule, forms alcohol. Alcohol is a conjugate acid for alkoxide ion, and hydroxide ion is a conjugate base for water molecule. This reaction shows that water is a better proton donor compared to alcohol, which indicates that water is a stronger acid than alcohol. At the same time, the alkoxide ion is a better proton acceptor compared to hydroxide. So, from this reaction we can conclude that water is a stronger acid than alcohol, or alcohols are weaker acids than water. Second point is the alkoxide is a strong base because it gains the proton more easily or abstract proton more easily compared to the hydroxide ion. So, at the same time, Ka means dissociation constant of an acid. Ka for alcohol is the values lies between 10 to the power of minus 16 to 10 to the power of minus 18, and Ka for water we know that it is 10 to the power of minus 14. So, the relationship between the strength of an acid and dissociation constant of an acid is directly proportional to the strength of an acid. Lower the Ka value, lower is the strength. Higher the Ka value, higher is the strength. Okay, Ka is directly proportional to strength of an acid, and pKa, we defined the pKa in the first period. So, you studied pKa is inversely proportional to strength of an acid. So, from these values you can say that 10 to the power of minus 14 is higher than the 10 to the power of minus 16 and to 10 to the power of minus 18. Therefore, water is stronger acid than alcohol. So, question for 2 marks or 1 marks: alcohols are weaker acids than water. Why? The answer is, you can say this: the Ka of water molecule is higher than that of alcohol. Okay. So, in the last reaction we studied that alcohols are acidic in nature due to the presence of the polar hydroxyl group. The next reaction is reaction of alcohols with metal hydrates. So, we know that metal hydrates are ionic hydrates. Examples are sodium hydrate, potassium hydrate, calcium hydrate, etc. So, consider a general reaction. ROH reacts with monovalent metal hydrate, or monovalent hydrate is MH, to form ROM plus hydrogen gas is liberated. This is general. That means alcohol reacts with metal hydrates to form metal alkoxide, liberating hydrogen gas. See here O minus and H plus, here also Na plus and H minus. Here there is a formation of bond between this and this to form hydrogen gas. In the same way, consider an example of methanol. Methanol reacts with sodium hydrate to form sodium methoxide and hydrogen gas is liberated. The next example, ethanol reacts with sodium hydrate to form sodium methoxide and hydrogen gas is liberated. That means, in a general way, alcohols reacts with metal hydrates to form metal alkoxides, liberating hydrogen gas. The next reaction is esterification reaction. The esterification reaction means carboxylic acids reacts with, that is monocarboxylic acids reacts with alcohols in presence of catalytical amount of concentrated H2SO4 or dry HCl gas to form an ester. See, this is a reaction, a general reaction. This is alcohol and this is carboxylic acid, that is monocarboxylic acid reacts in presence of catalytical amount of concentrated sulfuric acid or dry HCl gas to form an ester. In this reaction also, there is a cleavage of bond between the oxygen atom and the hydrogen atom. So, this alkoxide ion attacks this electrophilic carbon, and this OH and this H plus combines to form water. That means H and OH combines to form what? Water molecule, and this RO minus, this is, and H plus. This alkoxide ion attacks this electrophilic carbon, RO attached to this electrophilic carbon to form an ester. In this reaction, concentrated sulfuric acid is used as a catalyst, which is playing a dual role, that is, it acts as a, one is protonating agent, and another one is it acts as a dehydrating agent. So, we have to use catalytical amount. Why means, if you use excess amount of concentrated sulfuric acid, the ester linkage, it is going to break. So, this is an ester functional group. If you use excess amount of concentrated sulfuric acid, the reaction proceeds in a backwards direction. Therefore, we have to use catalytical amount of concentrated sulfuric acid. See, this is again it is a reversible reaction. It is a reversible reaction. To proceed the reaction only in the right direction, that means in forward direction, what we have to do means we have to remove either of the products formed as early as possible. That means as early if it is ester is formed, we have to remove, or we have to remove water. If you remove this water by many ways, we can use azeotropes, or we can use molecular sieves, or even the sulfuric acid what we are using for as a catalyst, it is helps in the removal of water. Therefore, sulfuric acid is a dehydrating agent. It is acting like a dehydrating agent. Dehydration means removal of water molecule. See, this is one molecule of alcohol reacts with one molecule of monocarboxylic acid in presence of concentrated sulfuric acid or dry HCl gas to form an ester. You have to keep in mind that the catalyst used is concentrated sulfuric acid. It is playing dual role. One is it is responsible for the protonation of alcohol to initiate the reaction, and it is helps in the removal of water, which is coming a byproduct, is coming as a byproduct. Consider an example. This is ethyl alcohol reacts with acetic acid or ethanoic acid in presence of same concentrated sulfuric acid or dry HCl gas to form ethyl acetate or ethyl ethanoate. This reaction is called as esterification reaction. In exams, what is an esterification reaction? Write its general reaction. Or how would you convert ethyl alcohol into ethyl acetate? Or for 1 marks question, name the catalyst used in the esterification reaction. So, these are the possible questions which may appear in your exams. After the esterification reaction, the next reaction is reaction with acetyl chloride. This reaction also called as acylation reaction. That means acyl group means RC double bond O group is called as acyl, or generally CH3C double bond O, that is acetyl group. Alcohol upon reacting with acid chlorides in presence of a pyridine as a catalyst, forms same ester and HCl is formed as a byproduct. To remove the HCl, we are using a what? Pyridine. Pyridine is a catalyst which is removing the HCl and forms pyridinium hydrochloride. Pyridine is an heterocyclic compound having the structure this is pyridine. This pyridine helps in the removal of this byproduct formed, that is HCl, and helps the reaction to proceed in a forward direction. So here consider an example: ethyl alcohol, ethanol. Ethanol reacts with acetyl chloride. I replaced R dash by CH3 and COCl. CH3COCl is acetyl chloride. In presence of pyridine as a catalyst, it forms Cl. The same, the bond present between oxygen and hydrogen atom is breaking. So oxygen carries negative charge and this forms what? H plus. This O minus, that is this alkoxide attacks this electrophilic carbon and chlorine is removed. This chlorine is combines with H plus and form HCl. The reaction gives product ethyl acetate, the same product as we got from the esterification reaction. We can do this acylation reaction by also using acetic anhydrides, acetic anhydride or acid anhydrides. The product is same, the esters is going to form. So the difference between this reaction and this reaction, that means esterification reaction, is here we are using pyridine as a catalyst, that is a base catalyzed reaction. This reaction is a base catalyzed reaction, acylation, and esterification reaction is an acid catalyzed reaction. Even esterification reaction can be done in presence of a base also. Let us see in another classes. The next reaction is reaction of alcohols with Grignard reagent. See, we know studied the Grignard reagents, that is RMGX is a general form of Grignard reagent, that is alkyl magnesium halides are called as Grignard reagent. How this Grignard reagent reacts with alcohol means, see, alcohol is a compound containing active hydrogens. So Grignard reagent reacts with active hydrogen containing compounds like water, ammonia or amines or alcohol, forms alkanes. The alkane is coming from the Grignard reagent part, that is the alkyl group of the Grignard reagent. Let us see an example here. This is a general reaction alcohol, that is ROH, here R dash MgX. This is alkyl magnesium halide, the solvent is ether. In all Grignard reagent we use solvents ethers. So and forms, you can see here, the alkane is obtained by the alkyl group of the alkyl magnesium halide and forms a byproduct alkoxy. See, this is alkoxy magnesium halide. This is general. Let us see an example. See, ethanol reacts with, this is methyl magnesium bromide. Methyl magnesium bromide. Ethanol, upon reacting with methyl magnesium bromide in ether, forms methane. See, the alkane which is obtained is from the alkyl group, that is CH3 and this H, and this is, you know that this is O minus and H plus. This is carries a what? The negative charge. The nucleophilic attacks, that is CH3 minus attacks this carbon to form what? Methane. See, the alkyl group in the alkane is obtained by the from the alkyl group of Grignard reagent. In general, Grignard reagent reacts with active hydrogen containing compounds like alcohols, water, amines, etc. to form alkanes.